ויעשו בני ישראל ככל אשר ציווה השם את משה כן עשו. The Israelites did all the things in the building of the tabernacle, and most of us, if you know some of the details, there was woodwork, there was silver work, there was gold work, there was weaving, there were all kinds of construction and jewelry that was created for the Mishkan and tabernacle. It says that all the Israelites did the work. The Kabbalists ask a question that's not technically true, because as we said, there was the main architect Betzalel, there was his assistant Ohalihav, and then there were those who were called the Chachmei Lev, those who had the wise heart, those who did the actual work. It was a relatively small group that did this work. Then why does the Torah write something that, at least literally, is not true? Vayasu bnei Yisrael kechol asher tziva Hashem. All the Israelites did all the work. No, they didn't. A small group did the work. So why does the Torah tell us they all did it, if they didn't all do it? So the Or HaChaim, the great Kabbalist, Rabbi Chaim ben Attar says, first he quotes the Talmud in Brachot that says that a shlucho shel adam kmoto, a person's messenger, if I say to you, here's $10, go and give charity to somebody, it's as if I did it, because you're my messenger for that. If I say to you, be my messenger and go visit somebody who's ill, who's sick, do it for me, if I make you my messenger, it's as if I am doing it. So he says, although only, again, Betzalel or Ohalihav and the small group of builders did the work, because they were messengers of all the rest of the Israelites, it's considered as if the Israelites themselves did it. That's the initial attempt at an answer. But we'll see that even that's not really true. And as he says, the Israelites did not appoint Betzalel or Ohalihav. You know, in the case here where I ask you to do for me an action of sharing, it's considered as if I do it. But if I never told you to do it and you did it on your own, it's not considered as if I did it. And that's the case here. The Israelites never told Ohalihav or Betzalel or the other builders what to do. The Creator told Moses, and Betzalel received his direction. They did it on their own. So to simply say that a person's messenger is as if he himself did it, and that's why it's considered as if all the Israelites built it, it's not true, because they were never appointed messengers. They were never directed by the Israelites to be messengers. So back to the question, why does the Torah write something that is not, at least literally, true? All the Israelites did not build it. And all the Israelites did not make Ohalihav or Betzalel or the builders their messengers to build. They did not. So here, the Or HaChaim, the great Kabbalist, Rabbi Chaim ben Attar, says something, again, very strange. Even though it's true that they did not make the messengers, Af al pichen hare hiskimu alav. They agreed with what Betzalel did. They agreed after the fact with what Ohalihav and the builders did. So what does that mean? If I agree, if you give $1 million to charity and I say, you know, that's a good idea, it's as if I gave $1 million to charity. You did it, not me. I agreed. Yeah, I agreed, but I didn't do it. I'm not. In the case of a messenger, it makes sense. But in the case where you simply do something and after the fact I say, that was a good idea, I agree with that, that makes it as if I did it. But that's what he says. That's what the Or HaChaim says. He says, Hari skimu alav. They agreed that Betzalel and Ohalihav and the builders should do it. But they didn't direct them. They didn't make them messengers. What does it mean? It says they did it. They didn't do it. They said, oh, you did it, good idea. It's as if I did it. If you do something and I say it's a good idea, it doesn't make any sense. So here he comes and reveals what is truly a beautiful and powerful secret. He says, Ki kan asa hakatuv machberet haklalut b'kiyum haTorah. Here the Torah reveals to us the secret of the fact that the spiritual work needs to be done in the unity of a group. והתורה ניתנה להתקיים בכללות ישראל. The Torah was never given for an individual to do the spiritual work, but rather for the group to do it. כל אחד יעשה היכולת שבידו ויזכו זה לזה. Every individual does what he can, and then that light pours over, flows over to the rest. You have to understand this because this is, I hope, for most of us, a new understanding of what spiritual work means. What he's saying is that none of us, even if we are the most righteous person in the world, none of us can accomplish the work that we came to this world to accomplish on our own. Meaning, if any one of us, from this moment on, from the moment we were born, until Chas v'Shalom, the moment we leave this world, we're the most elevated spiritual person in the world, doing all the spiritual work that we could possibly do, we will never finish our tikkun. I, you, every single one of us needs the work of others to be put into my account as well. I might need another 50 people who I can share in their account, or another 100 people, or another 1,000 people. We don't know how many people I need for their light to be on my account as well, but we know one thing for sure, that my work on its own, be it the greatest work ever by any human being, will never bring me to my correction, will never accomplish the purpose for which I came into this world. He says this is the secret of the verse. It's a verse all of us know and we've heard all the time. It says, "V'ahavta l'ra'acha kamocha." You have to love the other, your friend, as yourself. Ki bishlomo yetiv lach. It's not just, it's good to be, to love other people, it's important. No. I need his light. And if I don't truly love the other person, number one, and number two, don't agree with his life, I can't receive his light. And I need his light, because no matter what I do, if I don't have his flow of light towards my account, and my flow of light towards his account, we'll never finish the work. Through your friend, you complete your perfection. And therefore, the way you have to view your friend is not that somebody out of myself that I love, but he is me because I need his light. This is, again, I hope, sometimes, when you speak about teachings that are similar to teachings, many of us have heard, there's a danger in thinking, sort of filing it away in that category. This is a new secret. Again, we have to be clear that any one of us, if we be the most spiritual, doing all the spiritual work that we can do ever for the rest of our lives, we will never accomplish the purpose for which our soul came into this world. We need the light of more people to be in our account as well. And we don't know the number. It could be 5, it could be 10, it could be 100, it could be 1,000. We don't know the number, but we know that on our own, there is no way that we will accomplish the purpose for which we came into this world. I have to start taking other accounts into mine. How do you do it? 2 things. Truly loving another person, and that's why the Or Chaim uses the word, I have to agree with his life. What does that mean? You see another person, we all see other people, and we might love them, but we don't really agree with what they're doing. We have judgment about them. That judgment makes it so you can love them as much as you say you do and truly feel it. But if you don't agree to their life, if you're full of judgment on them, no matter how much you love them, their light's not yours. It is not on your account. And you need it in order to accomplish the purpose for which your soul came into this world. So the question, and it's a beautiful and powerful teaching, the question we have to ask ourselves, how many other accounts are mine? And it's not just people who I'm friendly to, or even people who I love. There's 2 parts to this. One is truly loving the other person. And second, yaskimu alav. You have to agree to their life. If you have judgment on another person, even if you love them, they're not on your account. If you love another person to a great degree, but you have judgment, and it doesn't mean you're blind. Look at yourself. There's all kinds of things that you did that are wrong, but we're talking about the totality of the individual. Not if he makes this mistake or that mistake, but the totality of the individual, the way he is in his or her life. Do you agree with it? Does your judgment make it so that you've separated yourself from them? And if yes, then their light's not your light. We ask the question, it says about Betzalel and Olihav and the builders, because the Israelites agreed to their work. And we asked, what does that mean? So I agreed. No, because they, and this is the secret that was revealed to them on this Shabbat, the Creator tells the Israelites, listen, in this generation, your spiritual work is to build this. And if any one of you does not partake in all aspects of this building, you will not accomplish the purpose for which you came into this world. So what do? There's only going to be a small group that's doing the work. So Moses tells them, the Creator tells them, listen, you have to awaken true love for them, and no matter what judgment starts coming into your mind, accept them. It doesn't mean you don't see that he got angry yesterday or she did that, but accept the totality of the person. And ask yourself those two questions. How many people do you truly love? And how many people do you truly accept? And those two things have to be in the same individual. And however many people, and if we're honest with ourselves, I think most of us will realize there's probably not even one who we truly both love and truly completely accept. But the scary reality we have to come out on the Shabbat is that we can be the most spiritually elevated person in this world. We'll have to come back again and again and again into this world, because all the light that I reveal on my own will never be enough, is not what I need. So just using numbers, let's assume a person will do for the rest of their lives 1,000 actions that reveal 1,000 levels of light. He needs 10,000, 100,000. So he can keep coming back maybe for another 1,000 incarnations, or he can awaken a true love and acceptance to one other person, to 2 other people, to 3 other people, to 5 other people. It's an amazing understanding. We cannot, no matter how elevated and spiritual we are, accomplish what our soul came to this world to accomplish. We need other people's account of light. And the only way we can receive it is by truly loving them and by truly accepting them. And if we do that, then their account becomes ours, ours becomes theirs, and we're on our way to perfecting our soul, to accomplishing what our soul came into this world. So what we have to ask on this Shabbat is to, first of all, to truly understand this, because this is not what most of us think. Most of us think, love your friend as yourself is a nice spiritual concept. It's part of my spiritual work. So I fall sometimes, I do it or I don't do it. But as long as I'm growing and I'm doing my spiritual, I'm fine. No. We need people's light. And I can only receive their account if I am both loving to them and accepting of them. I need that from my soul. I need that from my work. And unless I'm pushing myself to come to this place, then I could be the most spiritual person in the world, reveal the greatest light in this world. Chas v'shalom, I'll have to come back again. A person will have to come back again and again and again until he gets other people's account, until he gets other people's light. As a matter of fact, the reality is that this might be the more important work. Because imagine, you might be able to reveal a certain amount, but if you are able to truly have 5 true friends of whom you love and accept, you've done more work than you've done your entire life. So it might be more important to do this work than to do the other spiritual work. But regardless of that, what has to become clear to us on this Shabbat is that there's no other way. There is no other way for us to accomplish the purpose for which our soul came into this world. So B'ezrat Hashem, we should have merit and light on this Shabbat to understand this, and to push ourselves in this direction, to open, both to give others our account, to receive from others their account, and be on our way to both our own personal correction and the world's ultimate correction. B'ezrat Hashem.